to another episode of
Wine and Spirits.
Yay!
So today we are drinking a Kirkland brand Pinot Grigio.
Ooh.
So let's give it a whirl.
Let's see.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for a Pinot Grigio, huh?
And the aftertaste, not a fan of it, but I like it.
I do too. It's really refreshing. Like on a summer day or a warm spring day, you know.
Sitting out on the deck, sipping it.
Right? Too bad we can't do that right now.
Because
Thanks, Minnesota.
It's raining again, but not just rain, it's cold rain. Like it's going to snow too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like it. Don't like it at all. If you like the content that you're seeing, go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll go ahead and put this in the description.
And it was
well.
only $4.99 for a bottle, so this is definitely worth it.
Where did you get that from again?
Costco.
Nice.
Yep. And what would your rating be on this?
I'll say a 3. It's hard for me because I'm not really a white wine drinker. But this, I probably would drink it again if someone offered it to me. So I'll say a 3.
I'm gonna go 3.69.
Yes. Hey, well, at least it's not the wine glasses anymore because I don't even know how you would depict that. So, but yeah, I would definitely drink this again. It's light, it's crisp,
it's fruity a little bit, but it's pretty subtle.
Yeah, so I would drink it again. With that being said, should we get into?
Yeah, so I have a fun story.
Yes, and this is your personal story,
my
right?
personal story,
Okay.
and I don't think I've ever.
This one.
Yeah, I don't think I've told you.
Nope.
No. All right, so some of you guys might know I have very vivid dreams, and so this is one of them. So before we moved to Japan, and it was right before the big earthquake and tsunami. Keep that in mind. That Japan had that devastated that entire town. So 4 months prior to us moving, I had a dream where I was walking on a coastal town, just walking, enjoying it, and then all of a sudden I'm standing there and I see this giant tidal wave, and it comes over and just sweeps the city, and I remember just floating in the water and seeing all these bodies and like debris from houses. It was so real and so vivid.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember just looking around at death, and it was destruction, and then turns out a couple months later the tsunami in Japan happened and all those people died, that entire town.
Jeez.
And I was like, sounds like a premonition.
Yeah.
Like, it was very weird. And it tripped me out. It made me feel scared.
That's kind of scary.
I don't know.
I mean, and have you had any other kind of like dreams like that where it's come real? Oh, goodness.
I have. So that wasn't my first one. And I had told my mom prior, and she's like, stop. And I'm like, I don't know. And then it happened, and they were just like, what the fuck?
Isn't
that weird?
I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, to have it, I mean, sometimes you have premonitions, intuitions about stuff, but something that's like that devastating is kind of scary.
Right.
To have.
And like, just even the other day, I was laying in bed. I was completely awake, just laying there, and I shut my eyes, and almost immediately it was like I was watching a movie, and of somebody on a skateboard running towards me, and I opened my eyes because it scared me. Yeah. But like, it looked so real, like I was watching a TV. Has that ever happened to you?
No. Well, yes, but mine, I mean, sometimes it's come true, but it hasn't been that I remember as devastating as that. But I mean, what if because you know how they say there's like astral projection and stuff, what if you are actually jumping into someone else's body at the time when you're dreaming? Like you're actually leaving your body, and that's why you're seeing what's happening.
Isn't that weird? Because, and at that time, I felt a sense of calm, which is weird, because obviously in a situation like that, it would be really scary. But
Yeah.
because it was almost like I was dead. Like I was just floating and just seeing it all around me and the buildings. And then I went and watched a video of the actual tsunami. And it was really, I don't know. It's
similar?
Yeah, in a really creepy way. And I was like, oh, no.
Jeez.
I don't like that.
I mean, that's gotta be. What are there other dreams that have been kind of as devastating as that, and then happen later?
So there was one in particular which I told my grandma right after I had it, and she looked at me and was just like, what? So when I was like 20, 21, I was kind of at a crossroads with my life, like going down a bad path type deal, or like,
right.
I don't know. So I went to sleep, and in my dream, I'm walking through the town, and I'm seeing people dead on the side of the road of like drug overdoses, shot. Like it was just like, it was dark, and it was almost in black and white.
Oh.
And it felt just very gloomy. So I was walking, and I was seeing all these things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And then I get to the main street of where I grew up.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm standing in the middle of the street. There's nobody around. On one side of the street comes walking up black horses, people dressed in black. And on the other side, coming at me again, all white. Wow. And I was standing right there, and it almost felt very like, where are you going?
Crossroads.
Where are you heading?
Yep.
And after that dream, I started making different choices, which
wow,
I don't know. It was really
that's almost like I mean, part of it could too be like your subconscious telling you need to make a choice because you're heading down this path. Mm-hmm. This is what's going to happen if you go this way.
And it felt evil and good. Like that is exactly how it felt in my dream, and it was just so trippy.
Jeez, that is. I mean, I've had dreams. Sometimes I forget it by the time I wake up, and sometimes, Casper will be like, write it down, quick, write it down, so you know. But sometimes I have that happen to me while I'm awake. Like I'll get, which I'll dive into in another episode, but I get like signs when I'm awake that something is already happened or it's about to happen, and that creeps me out too, because it's kind of how you feel where you wake up, you've had this devastating dream about a tsunami, and then all of a sudden it happens. This is what happens with me too. I'll get certain signs, and if I pay attention to it, I can tell whether it's going to be something really bad or if it's just something that's, and sometimes it creeps me out too, because I'm like, is it going to happen to someone I know, or is it just going to happen to some random stranger?
Right? And
so then you're trying to like analyze every aspect of it, and and my sister is kind of like that too, where she'll have a dream about something and she'll call the next day and be like, are you okay? I had this dream or whatever. And I have actually a couple of stories that she told me that I'll share with you later, but that are kind of similar like that. Once you hear it, you're going to be like...
Isn't that strange when, like, out of nowhere, like, sometimes you're just like, I really need to... I feel like you feel this urge to call somebody or just check in.
Just to see what's going on.
And 90% of the time when I do that, they're in a really dark space. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I just find it super fascinating.
I like it. I think it's... I think some people may have a little bit of psychic ability if they just tune into it and listen to it. Like, you get that gut feeling. Everyone gets that gut feeling, or to either do something or not do something. Right. But I feel like if people listen to it more, It would
really surprise.
They would be like us.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Where it happens frequently, and sometimes it freaks you out, and sometimes it doesn't. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's cool, but scary at the same time to actually vividly be immersed in it.
And I will put this out there. So I recently had a dream that I was in a church in California. Mm-hmm. And I don't go to church. I'm not religious. Not at all. Yeah. So in my dream, I went to this church, And I floated to the ceiling, and it was like almost, it felt like very post-apocalyptic, like the church was being shot up. Oh. And it happened in my dream. It was in Temecula, which is kind of specific, I feel like. Very random, but these gang members went in and shot up the church, and I sat there and watched it from the ceiling of the church.
When was that? When did you have that dream?
A few months ago.
Have you seen anything in the news or anything? Not yet.
So I'm just, I don't know.
Like, waiting?
I feel like it because I woke up and I was just like, that felt real. And I was saying something like stop, and the people shooting were like, did you hear that?
But they couldn't see you.
Couldn't see me.
Wow.
So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't actually happen. Hopefully that was just a fucking weird ass dream.
I know. That's the thing is you never know if it's gonna happen or not, and that's what's hard is like which ones do you pay attention to and which ones are just your mind being overworked or bringing stuff up in your subconscious.
But I'm gonna put that out there just in case something like that actually does happen soon.
Well, that's what I do with Casper sometimes. I say, I got this feeling. Sorry, I just thought of that song.
Okay, Grease Lightning.
I know. But no, I'll get a feeling about something, and now I just say it to him so that if it happens, I was already thinking it or I already knew it. Because I hate when I don't say anything, and then he's like, and he'll say, this happened. And I'm like, oh my God, I was thinking that, but I didn't say it. So now I just say it.
And just to get it out there. And like, somebody
heard
it.
We'll be driving, and I'll get like a feeling of like, I'm like, it'll just be random things too. I'll be like, there's a cop hidden up there. And he doesn't have a radar detector anymore. And then all of a sudden, we'll be driving, and then there will be one like in the off-ramp. And it's just like, it was just a feeling. So now I say it. Especially because we don't need any more tickets. Yes.
I mean, Casper drives slow. He's, right?
So
like
slow.
An old man. He has to drive slow. That's what old people do. I'm just kidding, Casper. Sorry.
Are you? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll never know.
But yeah, that's creepy. I don't have any vivid ones that happened that turned out like that.
Really?
But I wish I could talk about it, but I'm not going to. My sister has, and so we'll dive into that again in the next episode. So, I don't know.
I think that
pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah.
Surreal dreams. And listening to your intuition when you have that gut feeling. Yeah.
Listen to it. Surprise you.
I mean, I feel like you probably are leaving your body and jumping into different people.
It's very weird.
With that. And the one with the floating, though, that one I can't explain.
They heard me, and then
they just couldn't see you.
And they were starting to shoot at the roof because they heard voices, which was me saying, stop. And I was telling the people to hide. I
mean, how scary is that, though? That to watch someone shooting up a church. I mean...
I know.
Oof.
That was very random. And to be, like, completely
Well, now I gotta look that up, where that is in California, because I kind of want to, like, see if
it almost looked like an old... an old-timey one. It was white and had the steeple up top. But it was almost like an adobe, like a stucco type.
Yeah.
It wasn't wood.
It's so weird because that sounds like one of the scenes in Kill Bill.
Oh, I've never seen that movie.
God, I think that was the first one or the second one where that kind of happens. Like they're hunting one of the ladies down and she's getting married, shotgun type wedding in a church, and then they all come in and you hear them getting shot up and stuff. But yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, and I've never seen Kill Bill before, so yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. But
I watch a lot of movies. But yeah, that was another great story, and I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Again, if you like what you are seeing, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and send in your user stories. We love them. We got some more submissions. I'm sure I've got a lot more personal stories Megan hasn't heard, and she's got a lot more that I haven't heard. But we love reading your stories too, and we have some submissions, but we would love to read more. because that's what we like
Agreed.
discussing.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, send them in. Like and subscribe. We'll put the description of the wine in the description before. So,
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
And we'll see you on the
The
other
other
side.
side, bitches.
Yay.